What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. Today I want to talk about my top 5 Ascendant weapons. That means the weapons that I will ascend first. I'm going to go down the list. I'll start with number 5 and end up with number 1. But before I get started, I want to talk about armor. It is far more important to upgrade your armor first. When you upgrade your armor to light level 34, that means that all your weapons will be doing more damage and you'll be able to take more damage as well. So even though weapons are more fun to talk about, I want to highly recommend that you do your armor first, then move on to your weapons. So with that being said, let's talk about the weapons. My number 5, the 5th weapon that I will upgrade to attack level 365 is the Word of CROTA. Now, I'm not getting a huge bump out of this because the weapon is already at 331. But when Void Burn comes up, either in a Nightfall or in Prison of Elders, I want a primary that does Void Burn, and this is the best primary for that. They also fixed this weapon. There was previously a bug where Phantom Gift would not proc if you were using explosive rounds. That has been fixed in update 1.2, making this weapon even more valuable than it was. Now, a hidden secret about the Word of CROTA is it's actually a really good PvP gun as well. So in Trials of Osiris, you may like this as well because it is a 3-shot headshot kill and it's got the fastest fire rate of hand cannons except for the exotics like Last Word. So it's actually a really good legendary hand cannon if you can get used to the aesthetics and kind of that wide barrel that makes it a little hard to aim follow-up shots with. But I think the Word of CROTA is going to be a solid choice for my number 5. For my number 4, I'm going back to the Vault of Glass with Found Verdict. So this is a 300 attack weapon, and I think that it makes more sense to upgrade 300 attack weapons before 331 because you're getting a bigger boost for your Etheric Light. Now, Etheric Light, we don't know how common this stuff is going to be. Maybe we'll be able to upgrade all our weapons in 2 weeks. Maybe it'll take us months to upgrade all our weapons. But for my Etheric Light, I'm going to want to make the biggest boost I can, and going from 300 to 365 is a good boost. I also really love the Found Verdict. The perks on it are really fun to use in PvE and in PvP. Full auto just makes the thing a monster. Send it gives it a little extra range that is really necessary, and of course Final Round makes that last bullet really do some extra damage. I love this against arc-shielded enemies like the Fallen. We're going to see a lot of that in Prison of Elders. We're going to see a lot of that in the new strikes. And of course, in Nightfalls, whenever we have that arc burn modifier, Found Verdict is a solid choice. All right, for my number 3, I'm going to go old school again with PRAEDYTH'S Revenge. This used to be one of my favorite sniper rifles. Unfortunately, it just got left behind with that 300 attack. But that Void Burn modifier against Praetorians or Minotaurs is very helpful. It allows you to stay away from them, but still get rid of their shields and do massive damage very, very quickly with that high rate of fire. I also love this weapon in the Crucible. So in Trials of Osiris, I expect to be using PRAEDYTH'S Revenge quite a bit because it just makes follow-up shots that much easier if you don't nail them with a headshot on your first bullet. The perks on this one include Firefly, Field Scout, and Feeding Frenzy, and it even has the Oracle Disruptor perk, so if you want to go back into the Vault of Glass, you'll be doing even more damage to those oracles. So I think this is a really solid number 3. It's great that it's going to get upgraded to 365 attack, and I can't wait to use it both in Trials of Osiris and in the Prison of Elders at that new level. Next up, we're going to round out our damages, our modified damages, and my number 2 pick is going to be the Vision of Confluence. This may be my favorite weapon in the game. I traditionally don't love scout rifles, but having auto fire on a scout rifle just makes the usability a little bit easier, a little less tiring on my finger, and this thing does solar burn, making it very valuable against multitudes of enemies. I think that solar burn is probably the most used burn of all of the different kinds of modifiers. So it'll be great in Nightfalls with Solar Burn. It'll be great in Prison of Elders when Solar Burn comes up or against solar shielded enemies. The Vision of Confluence is a fun weapon to use. It's a great PvP weapon. If you can manage to be accurate with this thing, you'll take down people very quickly by sustaining headshots on your enemies. It's a wonderful weapon. It's really fun to use. I highly recommend upgrading this one. You're also getting a big benefit going from 300 to 365. And then my number one should be of no surprise to anybody. Of course, it's going to be Fatebringer. Why wouldn't it be? Even at 300, this is one of the best weapons in the game. Giving this thing a huge boost to 365 is going to make it even more powerful. It's got Firefly, it's got explosive rounds, it's got single point sling, it's got field scout, it's got outlaw. The Fatebringer right now is without a doubt my favorite hand cannon. Aesthetically, it's not that pleasing, but taking out enemies, having them explode with Firefly and taking out surrounding enemies is just so useful. The outlaw perk allows it to reload so fast, getting an extra damage boost for the Fatebringer. There is no doubt this has to be the #1 legendary upgrade to Ascend. So that is my list. Let me know down in the comments what your top 5 weapons to Ascend are gonna be. That Etheric Light is gonna be rare. You're gonna wanna save it for the legendary weapons that you use the most. I wanna hear what those are. So thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time.